Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina, whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of today's video, and by me looking like a hot ass mess like always, we are gonna be playing with some makeup, obviously, but all items are priced under $5. I know, my favorite kind of video because I'm a cheap girl. I love all things inexpensive, all things drugstore. For me, things, they weren't called drugstore, they were just called makeup. But anyways, I'm gonna be dipping into some makeup that I've tried before, that I haven't tried before, but everything will be priced under $5. So if you are not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, go ahead, subscribe, girl. Watch my last video, watch the video before that, and before that, and make sure you turn on your bell notifications and that you stay updated with the KrissBeauty family. Let's get started. Okay, so your girl's moisturized. I'm like feeling really good, and I am just looking forward to just playing with some makeup. So I have a whole box of things that I ordered from Walmart. As I said, some items I already have on hand that are priced under $5. I'm gonna be putting up the price points, and I'm just gonna show you what I was able to find at my local Walmart. Yes, I know, I'm excited. Okay, so I have a brow product. I have a full face of products under $5, including these bomb ass lashes, which I believe were like literally $2-3. I'm excited, girl. We love saving the coin. So I am moisturized, and as I do with like my makeup routine, usually I like to put on primer, whether I'm starting with the eyes or the face. I put on primer and let it sit. So I did buy two different types of primers. I bought the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Primer Stick, and I did open this. This was probably the only thing that I actually opened. Everything is literally sealed, girl. We haven't touched it. I know, I'm surprised too. But this sort of is supposed to be like a blurring primer stick, which I'm excited about. But I also got this Rise and Prime Perfection makeup primer spray from Salon. I've never even seen this. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I love that it's in a spray, so I'm excited. I think I'm gonna apply this, and then I'll apply the primer stick. Okay, so for this Salon Perfect Prime Perfection primer spray, it says it minimizes pores. Wow, so I shouldn't have bought the pore minimizing pore stick, but whatever. It minimizes pores. It creates a smooth surface for all skin types. I don't know, girl, that's a big claim. I have really dry skin. I love to say that in every video and annoy you guys. Preps and perfects in one effortless step. The airy silicone free formula, smooth skin, creating a velvety canvas. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so it's a shake bottle. Okay, it has a really nice scent. It's not completely odorless, but it has a nice scent. I just drenched my, ooh, it has a pretty scent. I love it. Oh, I just drenched my face and my shirt. I'm gonna just let that dry for a second. I want to actually look in my mirror to see if it does have this like smoothing canvas sort of situation happening. I think it's too early to tell, but I think it's gonna do something. I'm like excited because I love Salon Perfect, by the way. They just never failed me. I have faith in them. So let's just move things right along. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this stick like in all of my problem areas. So like the acne scars, you know, the wrinkles, the depression, the anxiety, just everything. My skin is looking like really nice. Don't jinx it though. I love that I don't have to like use my hands, like the spray and the stick. Oh, love it. Ooh, this is really mattifying. Ooh, it's not greasy. Okay, I love that. This is like instantly like mattifying. I be having some forehead wrinkles. Like, girl, do not play me. Small lines. You don't see my pores. My pores, who? They're non-existent. So I do want to start off with the eyes. I don't want to do the eyebrows just yet. I kind of want to do that like last. For the eyes, I actually got the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette. I have the Rosé and the Air one, and I love this one. Like, it is pigmented as hell. So I'm excited about using this. I feel like it was more like in tone with like transitioning to fall because today is actually the first day of fall and I'm excited. Even though I'm in Florida and we don't really get fall, I could not find concealer to save my life at all. Like I said, I just got everything from my local Walmart. I did pick up this color correcting situation from Wet n Wild. This is the correcting palette from Wet n Wild, and it has a purple normalizer, it has a green neutralizer, this is like to cover, and this is to highlight or illuminate. So I'm guessing that I should, like, you know, I wanna just use these two to sort of like just use what I'm working with. So I do want to like mix and match these two and use it as a base for the eyes. I did actually pick up a couple of brushes as well. So I did pick up this flat eyeliner brush, which I have been dying to get, like some sort of flat like a flat concealer brush, and not like oval concealer, but like just a straight flat one. So this is from Elf. This is the Elf eyeliner brush, flat eyeliner brush. So I'm gonna use that to like carve out and really help perfect my base. Oh, this is not as like pigmented as I thought. I gotta really dig into there for a second. And I just want to put this on the back of my hand because I do want to grab that shade right there, so it can be like a skin tone shade. I think this is fine. I'm not gonna like, it's just a base. So I'm gonna place this as like a concealer situation. I also picked up this Elf blending sponge. This did not come this size actually. It came inside this small little package, but I actually wet it and it like grew and it's so soft. I love it. I haven't used it. This is my first time using it, and this was also under $5. So I'm gonna use this to blend this out. I really like this. I don't like this as a primer. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. It just feels like very Halloween makeup feel. I don't like it at all. It doesn't give me a good base. Oh my god, this looks like shimmer in it. Oh lord. We're already starting off really bad. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna grab some of my foundation to sort of help me out a little bit. This is the Wet n Wild foundation. This is a Photo Focus foundation in gold beige. This is actually what I'm going to use today because it's priced $5 and under as well. So I just took a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to use that to clean up the mess that I made. Things are looking better. For sure. Okay, you guys, so now I'm gonna be dipping into this Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach, that is so cute, palette. And I didn't pick up a fluffy brush that was under $5, so I am gonna be using my Morphe M433 brush, and I kind of want to swatch a couple of these for you before I do that actually. So we have the transition shade, which is like a beigey tone. I guess I'll put it right here. Oh yeah, this is more like a skin tone sort of shade. Let me just swatch some shimmers for you. So there's this gold right here. I like that gold actually. And now there's this copper shade that has sort of like gold reflex in it. Okay, and then I'll swatch this blue one. Okay. So this is what a couple of the swatches look like. So I'm just gonna play with these on my eyes. I don't really know the eye look that I'm like going for, but I am gonna start off with this transition shade just to soften up the primer situation that I have in my eyes. I think I want to dip into this sort of orangey transition-y shade right here. Same brush, not much fallout at all. I'm trying to think, should we do like an end of the summer look? Should we do a beginning of the fall look? But I am gonna place this in my crease. I'm thinking maybe I should dip into this transition shade on the bottom. I kind of want to cut my crease. Yes, I do want to cut my crease, girl. This is where this could actually become useful. I'm gonna cut my crease with, do I want to cut my crease with this? Yeah, I'll cut my crease with this yellow shade right here. Alright, so I cut my crease. It doesn't look perfect, partly because I'm a mess, and the other part is because this is a mess. Don't judge me. Let's move on to like, what do I want to do? So I'm gonna take this orange, and then I kind of want to go into the transition and slowly go into this, this is like a brown, a really dark brown shade, like super pigmented. So I'm taking that orange first. And then I'm taking the darker transition shade and just building upon that. I'm just taking a clean angled brush, and I'm gonna dip back into that first like bone transition shade that we used earlier. Blend this out just a little bit, you know, soften the edges. Alright, so as far as the shimmer, there are a couple of them. There's the gold and the copper, and then there's this like purple, but it's not as shimmery as maybe I'll do this and then add some gold on top of it. I think that's what I'll do. Alright, so I'm going back in with this e.l.f. flat brush. Let me just apply it and see how it looks. Oh, I like it. Oh my god. I'm surprised that you can see the gold as much as you can. I love it. I don't know if you guys can see like the gold reflex happening. There's a little bit fallout because I was like digging into it because I wanted to pick up enough, but I mean, it's there, honey. She doesn't need to be picked up multiple times. She is gorgeous. I love it. I might still add some gold. Honestly, no. I think I'll just add some gold on the inner corner, like towards the end. So I am gonna take that dark chocolate brown and that transition shade and just lightly close this in. This to filth, so that way there's no harshness. Alright, this is looking like bomb.com. Just making sure everything is blended together. I love how it's like a summer look crossed over with like a fall look. I'm excited because the face is next. So everything is pretty much coming together with the eyes, which doesn't really come together until I put on lashes, so I'm excited. I want to move on to the face. Again, I've already applied primer. I want to do something interesting because I do have this e.l.f. sponge, which is super soft. I actually really like this sponge, but I did go ahead and purchase this flawless face brush from e.l.f. as well. So I kind of want to do one side brush, one side sponge. This doesn't look like to buff out, but I kind of want to do this side, well, yes, this side brush and then this side sponge to see which one I like better. As I said earlier, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is in the shade Golden Beige. This has been like my go-to. So I'm just going to apply this everywhere. This is like a medium coverage foundation. It's definitely buildable. I want to use the brush first. So this is the Flawless Face Brush. I think they do have, I mean, they do have different face brushes and eye brushes, but I picked this out for a reason. I know I did. This doesn't necessarily look like it's supposed to buff out anything, but I kind of want to try. I would say this brush is absorbing just a little bit of the product, but the finish of it is pretty nice. I definitely do like the face brush. I think the only, I guess, critique I would have is that it's not as dense as I would like it to be, but it does leave a really pretty finish. But I'm dying to use a blender. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. blending sponge really quickly on this side. It's not absorbing as much as sponges usually do, which I kind of love. I would say both sides look really good. I would say this side is a little more luminous because the face brush does have it like it's just sitting on the skin. It's not really seeping in. But as far as like the flawless application, I would definitely use this sponge than the brush. So I'm just gonna go over this side. Would I use this brush again? Probably not. Probably for like, ooh, blending out contour for sure. I think I'm gonna have to use actually a concealer that is not under $5. Please don't kill me. You guys know I always got you, and I would definitely put something in my description box that's under $5, so please don't kill me. But I do have to let me just add some concealer really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay? Okay, so I'm back. I added some concealer, girl. I added my Maybelline Age Rewind, which I always use, so it's like you've already seen it 1,000 times. I don't have cream contour on hand, but what I do have is I did pick up this contouring palette from Wet n Wild. Now you're like, girl, we've seen that already. We're done, we're bored, we're over it. What I usually use is the shade Caramel Toffee, which is more yellow tone, warm tone, but I did decide to pick up this one. Big difference. This is in the shade Dulce de Leche. So I do want to use this to help me set. But what I did pick up as well is this Wet n Wild. I'm sorry that most of the products today are Wet n Wild. It's like a full face of Wet n Wild. I'm sorry. But I did pick up this Wet n Wild press powder. I ordered the shade Warm Light. There's nothing warm about this, not even a little bit. It's very neutral, very light. Now this is like stark white. I'm afraid that it's gonna leave flashback, but on the back it does say goodbye photo flashback. I feel like this is better for like powder. So I'm gonna just wipe that off. And it picks up a lot. I'm scared. Okay. Okay, there's not as much pigment as I thought. It was gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be stark white. You guys know I don't use anything other than my air splint, so I was a little bit scared. So I actually do like this pressed powder. I am gonna use this shade as well. I've never used Dulce de Leche, I don't think so. Add a little bit of extra coverage. My smile lines just get so disrespectful, so that's why I'm really funny about what I use, you know? Now we're gonna bronze. Bronzing is my favorite. So I do want to use this this shade. This one is a little bit more, I mean it's warm. Yeah, it's still warm, but it is a little bit more of that like neutral tone. It's not as warm, so I am gonna use this. I'm gonna use the same brush. So I did pick up that bronzer shade. Oh my god, huh? She's trying to snatch. She's trying to snatch my whole face up. I actually do like this shade a lot. I feel like I should use this more than the other Wet n Wild contouring palette. Okay, so for blush, I did pick up this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush, and this is in the shade Mellow Wine. It's like a cute little coral moment. So this might be a little bit dark. Bro, we don't need this. Never. So I'm using a big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna, ooh, that comes off. Oh my god. Ah, no, ma'am, you're out of order. Okay, gotta be careful. That's fine. No need to panic. No, it's fine. It's fine. So I have a couple of products left, including liner, lips, highlight, and brows. So let's just get the liner out of the way. So I picked up this Wet n Wild, I'm sorry, it's Wet n Wild, everything is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild H2O proof liner. I've definitely used this before because I remember this hard tip I wasn't a big fan of, but I used this. Look, this tip doesn't even move like whatsoever. I'm just gonna line my lash line really quickly, then we're gonna do lashes on camera. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I added some liner. The liner is honestly not my favorite off the bat. I remember it not being my favorite, but for $5 I think you could make it work. Is it the worst liner? Absolutely not. But the tip of it is really hard, like unnecessarily hard. Not everybody likes waterproof liner anyway, so it's like a lose-lose really. But did it do the job? Yeah. Is it beginner friendly? No. Moving on to lashes though, my favorite part aside from highlights, I picked up these 3D faux mink lashes from Ardell. Didn't even know these existed. They were probably like I want to say between a $2 to $4 range. I'll put up the price point. Faux mink lashes, style A54. I'm gonna pair this up with my usual dual lash glue, the brush on adhesive. I love putting on lashes, but I don't love the process of it. These are what they look like. They look so pretty. The band is okay, so let's trim them up a little bit. So as we're waiting for the lash glue to dry, I do want to do my brows really quickly. So I did pick up the Salon Perfect Done-in-One Brow Pomade. I cannot even explain to you how long it's been since I've used the brow pomade, but I'm excited about this because I told you Salon Perfect never lets me down, girl. But I do like this little spoolie moment with the double-ended brush. It has an angled brush, it has a spoolie, and then it has this dark brown pomade. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Okay, that is... I mean, that's almost black. Okay, I got the shade dark brown, which is what I usually get. I'm gonna actually do my brows on camera. I'm excited. I am going to brush up the brows. I haven't done a brow pomade in a long time, but I do know that it used to be quicker. Let's start off. Oh my god. I don't want to do crazy brow. No, I just want to be normal today. A little goes a long way, for sure. Brow pencils tend to like become way too precise and way too much, but I love this brow. And this is the harder brow. Alright, I'm gonna leave my brows like this, but I love this. I'm using this all day. The best time to put on a lash is when it's like almost fully dried, because if you put it on when it's like wet, especially for like beginners, you're not gonna want to put on lashes. So going back into this Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette, I do want to just take this orange shade and then I'm gonna put these two shades on my inner corner. So I picked up the Wet n Wild, Wet n Wild Lash Out Loud Max Volume Mascara. I'm gonna use this to connect my real lashes with the falsies, and it also gives the lashes like a nice lift. I think we're ready for highlight and lip. I'm gonna be using a highlighter that I definitely used on my channel before. I seen on the Walmart website that it was $3, $4, $5. So I'm like, why would I pick up another one? I already have it on hand. This is one of my favorite highlighters, the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighting Powder in Written in the Stars. She's highlighted, she's glazed, honey. So now we can finally move on to lips. I picked out the Wet n Wild Coral Corruption liquid lip liner, liquid lipstick, and it actually goes perfect with today's look. You guys know I love a good nude, I love a good brown, but I'm never like about the colors. Honestly, I really hate putting colors on my lips, but I'm excited about this shade. I finished up the lip and I sprayed on my face with the Urban Decay setting spray because I totally forgot to pick up setting spray. But this is the overall look. To be honest with you, this is one of the best makeup looks that I've had in a really long time. The best skin days. I love the eyes. I pretty much love everything, but there are a few things that I really don't like. I don't like the eyeliner. I don't think that it's necessary. I think that I've seen better Wet n Wild eyeliners at pretty much the same price point. I mean, the lip is okay. I did have to go for it a few times, so it's not my favorite. Would I use it again? Maybe. This situation right here is not okay. Ever. There's definitely concealers that you can get for $5 or maybe a little over $5. The LA Girl concealer is actually the best and it's super cheap, super good. But overall, everything else I liked. I love this palette. I loved my foundation, my highlighter. I did like the contouring palettes. The point of today's video was to show that you can definitely slay all day with items under $5. I'm obsessed with today's products, and I would love to continue to do like a cheap drugstore types of videos like this. So if you guys love this video, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, that you subscribe, and that you comment your favorite products under $5 or maybe even under $10. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.